All right, day number 2, how white folks can incorporate vocal work into their racial justice work. So last time we talked about getting to know your own voice, getting to know your inside voice, meaning the voice of your soul, the voice of your spirit, and how it sounds, getting really intimate with yourself. Step number 2 is decentering your voice, aka centering voices of color. So one of the most effective, beautiful vocal techniques and tools that I encourage in my students, that I encourage in myself, is practicing silence, is listening. Listening is one of the most profound vocal tools that exists. So being in a humble state, being a humble student, being in a state of learning, saying like, okay, if you're in a group situation and there are people of color present, listening to them first and foremost, creating the energetic space and the literal space for their voices to be prioritized, for their voices to be truly, truly heard. Now, this does not mean that you just have to sit there and shut up and not say anything. But it does invite a different kind of energy, a different caliber of presence. And it's saying to other white people who may be in the space, that's what's important. Let's listen to that. Especially if there are queer Black women in the space, y'all. Listen to them. Prioritize their stories, their advice. The faith that queer Black women have had to develop over forever, and especially in this political moment right now, y'all, is something that a lot of us white folks can learn a lot from, be humble students of, because it is the future, because it is the way that we are headed, whether people like it or not. Queer Black women are the leaders right now, y'all. So taking our voices not completely out is not saying that you can never say anything, but it's saying shift where your focus is, shift where your priority is. If you are usually someone who's in a group, like saying a bunch of stuff and being the organizer, that's great. That may be a skill you have. See what it's like when you step back and you practice the vocal technique of silence and of listening. Okay, this is a quick one today because there's a lot more that I could say on it, and the other ones I think like factored in are going to help this one make a lot more sense. So, hope you enjoyed day 2.